Hari Om. Let's start with the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. We are doing the Vedanta Sangraha of Sri Ramaraya Kavi, and we are the 8th chapter on the sadhana nirupanam, and there is talking about jnanam eva, the samsara nivrutti. Only by the knowledge that aham brahmasmi the samsara can be removed. And in the third paragraph it says nacha karmana muktihi nasti akuta krutena iti srutehi. And the karmas he is talking about, there is the Satwik Karma where you do not expect results. Expect results means you do not depend on the results for your happiness. You do it because of an obligation. So a lot of obligatory duties. So niyatam kuru karma, that's a teaching to the Arjuna also. You do your obligatory duties. So how? Snanamiva. Okay, taking bath. And first thing in the morning is taking bath. Why should I take bath? Why should means just for cleanly purposes, for purification. It is the purification of the body, otherwise you will be stinking and nobody will welcome you. So it is an obligatory duty that you have to perform as a suddhi, as a purification. Same way, not only at the body level, at the mind level or the intellect level, there is a purification of the actions, and that's what is called the chitta suddhi. And there are manasika, vachika and kayika, three types of actions are there at the mental level, at the speech level, and at the body level. Three actions that can be done even for the Satwika Karma. And in the Manasika Karma, there are two. One is Sagunopasana and Nirgunopasana. We are not talking about actions that are related to objective type of, thinking about physics problem or chemistry problem and all that. That's a local transactional problem. We are talking about absolute problem to solve, and that is where we are concerned about Vedanta is, and that is essentially involved in the Manasika. There is two types. One is Sagunopasana, Nirgunopasana. Contemplation on Saguna or contemplation on Nirguna. Contemplation is turning our mind in the direction is contemplation. And that is either could be the Saguna, the goal can be the attributive goal, can be Ishwaras with a Ananta Kalyana Gunam. That's where you pray to a particular Lord with a mentally, and meditation on a particular Swarupam or the God in particular form is Sagunopasana. And Nirgunopasana is formless without any gunas, attributeless. Not only form, it is attributeless. And Saguna and Nirguna Bheda. And Om iti Upasanam, Aham Brahmasmi iti Upasanam, cha Nirgunam. Here is giving two examples for Nirguna. Om iti Upasanam. So Om iti Upasanam means Om, Om, Om. Chanting an Om, mentally chanting an Om is Manasik Karma. So what is Om mentally? Then one should know what Om is. So if you look at any Chinmaya mission forms, they put Omkar on the top, and then there's a Vasanas, and then the BMI, PFT, OET and all that. If you look at the Om, that's called BMI chart of Swami Chinmayananda developed the whole concept of Vedanta in that. And Om is the highest one, and the top is a top-down approach. and contemplating on that Om is Om Upasana. What is contemplation? What should I do? Is chanting Om, Om mentally? Is that what it is involved? And then it's you are contemplating on sound only. So what exactly Om Upasana? Om Upasana means first understand what Om involves. Om is Om Ichekaksharam Brahma. This is Om. One letter designates the Brahman. So that's why it's a Upasana. Brahman is Nirguna Brahman. And it's not like a Vishnu, Shiva and all that is Saguna Upasana. Nirguna Upasana is Om without any particular form other than Om. So what does Om stands? Om is Ekaksharam Brahma. One Aksharam can designate that. That's why we have Om as a symbol in the Hinduism also. So what does Om has? Om is Akara, Ukara, Makara, Miti. So it consists of three. So Akaram, Makaram, Akara, Ukaram and Makaram, and silence that follows. So Om, silence, Om. So in that O, A plus U becomes O, Om. So there are three letters are combined into one letter, and that's what essentially Om is. What are the three letters? Say Akara, Ukara, Makaram. So what is the three is, and then the silence, and that is what is a Mandukya Upanishad talks about, that Om and A stands for waking state, Ukara stands for dream state, Makara stands for deep sleep state, and silence is that pervades all the three states, yet different from all the three. You need a silence in which any sound can be heard or quantifiable. Without the background silence, you cannot have any sound that has a meaningful. So if it is too noisy, you cannot make any sense out of anything. So you need a quiet where each sentence has to be clear in the background of the silence, and that is the background in which Om rising and subsiding, Om rising, that means Akaram, Ukara, Makaram rising. Akaram, so waking world rises, and dream world rises, and the deep sleep state rises, and all are rising in the background of the silence. And how do you describe the silence? That's why Mandukya Upanishad na anta pragyam na bhai pragyam no bhayata pragyam na pragyana ghanam na pragyam na pragyam and adrishtam avyavaharyam and so on. That which is shantam papanchopashamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturtam manyante sa atma sa vigneya. It has to be known. That is Atma. What is that? That which is not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, where the whole world merges into this. Prapanchopashamam, Shantam, no perturbations of any kind in that. Shivam, which is auspicious. Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam, which is no duality whatsoever there. And Chaturtam Manyante, it's called the fourth, that is A, U, Ma, and the fourth is the silence. It's called silence, but fourth, but it pervades all the three. So it's present in all the three, at the same time different from all the three. So it says, in the waking world, I am there, I am a waker. In the dream world, I am there, and the dream world is different. And in the deep sleep state, I am there, and absence of everything is the world. And I am is there in all the three states, yet different from all the three states. Chaturtam manyante sa atma, that is yourself. And that's what is. So Omkara involves turning the mind not from the negating waking state, dream state and a deep sleep state, that I am that pervades all the three states, that are called Avastatrayam and Avastatraya Vilakshanam. So not this, not this, not this, but that which present in all this, that alone is I am. That is a contemplation with an understanding in the direction that is point out, dropping all idam. Idam is this waking state, this dream state, this deep sleep state. Everything comes under this. It's called prapanchopashamam. All prapanchas are dissolved into that I am Om, and that is that the Omkara Upasana. It's not just repeating Om, 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 but the mind turning in the direction pointed out by Om is the Upasana. Meaning, of course, repeating Om is exclude all other thoughts, but only on that will obviously help the mind to crystallize on that. But pretty soon the mind will say, why, what does this Om means? Then the Vedantic knowledge there, Jnana, will take you that Nirguna Upasana to realization of this self. That is Om iti upasanam, or Aham Brahmasmi iti. So I am Brahman. So I am Brahman, I am Brahman. Who am I? You say, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. Nothing will happen other than your repeating about I am Brahman. But I am Brahman means I am infinite, I am infinite, I am infinite. Infinite is not an object. Infinite something which is not finite. So mind has to contemplate in the direction that what is that infinite? Again, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. So Aham Brahmasmi has to be understood with the background of the Vedanta. Coming in, I am that, not this. I am that totality. I am the pure existent consciousness which is limitless, and that is Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, and not this, which is a equipment, which is Desakala Vastu Parichinnam, and I am that which is the Desakala Vastu Aparichinnam. That contemplation is Nirguna Upasana. So Upasana is not just an action as a karma, but actually contemplation in the direction that becomes a knowledge. Om iti upasanam, aham brahmasmi iti upasanam, cha nirgunam. So those are called nirguna upasana. Then Sankha chakradi dhari Sri Narayana Murtyadi Upasanam Sagunam. So he defines Saguna Upasana means that Upasana on the Lord Vishnu. What is Lord Vishnu? So Sankha Chakram, Sakarita Gandalam, Sapita Vastram, all the slokas are there. So imagination of the Lord in a particular form and is in fact is the Saguna Upasana. So we have a form that is given, Sri Narayana, and mind can now concentrate. Mind cannot concentrate on something empty. So a form is provided, and that form, and if you look more and more with Narayana, with all the glories of Narayana, so mind becomes the Chitta Ekagrata, a field is provided for the mind to contemplate, and that becomes the Saguna Upasana. Sankham Chakram Dhari, who wears Sri Narayana Murti Adi means it can be Lord Shiva, any form that makes you concentrate on it. Upasanam Sagunam. Okay, that's what is the manasik action, both the Saguna Upasana and Nirguna Upasana, yes, defined. Now he goes into the action at the Vachikam. Niyamena Ramakrishnadi Sabdotcharanam Vachikam. Niyamena, regularly and in a controlled way, in a systematic manner, every day I had to do in a particular, after taking bath and all that, sit in front of the Lord, contemplate Om Namo Narayanaya or Om Sri Hare Rama Hare Krishna, so on. Any chanting of the mind turning in the attention, not doing everything else and chanting, it is mind turning towards that. Is a contemplation. So one fellow went to the priest, and the priest said, "Sir, when I am praying, can I drink beer or some alcohol? Can I?" So priest was very angry for that question. Said, "What kind of fellow is this? No, you cannot do that. When you are praying, you have to only pray and leave all your other stuff outside and pray with a pure mind on the God." That's what he said. This fellow is a drunkard, so he thought about it and said, "Let me change my question. He said, sir, when I am drinking, can I think of the Lord? So he's not, when he's praying God, he's thinking of this one. That's not valid. But he changed his question. When I am drinking, can I think of the Lord? Chris immediately said, yes, you can think of the Lord any time. Okay, thank you. So if I can think of the Lord all the time, but niyamena means a particular time and methodology where I think of Lord alone and nothing else at that time. So niyamena Ramakrishna-adi, so Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, or any other Ishtadevatas, chanting on that is the Shabda Ucharanam, sound. At the speech level is Vachikam. So chant the name of the Lord. So people start Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. You see people are dancing all over in the streets thinking about the Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. You can do that, but provided your mind is tuned towards that. It's only Vachika Karma. Snana, Dana, Tarpana, Homadikam, Karmakayakam. So he includes here Snanam, taking bath, Danam, offering, giving something, Tarpanam, this is an offering to the three generations of our ancestors, and Homadi, and the offering with Homam means the fire where you offer through the fire, and Homadikam, Karmakayakam, those are actions at the body level. So you have actions at the body level is defined, actions at the Vachika level, speech level, and the action at the mental level. He gave all the three examples here. Snanam, taking bath, and so on. Tatra Kaika Pechaya Vachikam Tadubhayo Pechaya Manasikam Cha Mukhyam. So tat Kaika Pechaya Vachikam. So the taking the body and all that is meant for Vachikam, for doing the Vachikam, the speech. So preparation at the physical level, at the body level, is for Vachikam, for doing the next level. To go to the next level, Kaya Vangmana Karyamuttamam. So Kaya Vakmana Karyamuttamam. Pujanam Japa Chintanam Krama. Puja Japa Chintanam. Puja is at the physical level, Kaika. So doing Aradhana, taking bath and doing Aradhana with all the Naivedyam, everything as a routinely niyamam, without avoiding, without regularly and systematically follow the rules. That's what is the prayer in a particular fashion is, and how you do Aradhana, all are 16 steps involved, all are being specified, so that the mental discipline is, physical discipline leads to this is discipline at the watch level, speech level, and then to the mental level. And Sandhana Tarpana Homadi Karmakayakam Tatra Kayika Pechaya Vachakam Tadubhayo Pechaya Manasikam Cha Mukhyam. So both the physical and the speech level will be tuned towards ultimately for the mental upasana. So it's a graduation from at the physical level, and then the speech level, then at the mental level. So even in Aradhana, you chant, you prepare everything and offering everything, and then you chant whatever the slokas and all that. Then you go to the contemplate at the mental level, then contemplate at the highest levels, speech, and then the mental level. Jnana pratimanikasya sannihitatvad. Jnanam pratimanikasya sannihitat. So ultimately you are going on, ultimately from the mind, which is very close to the highest knowledge you are approaching. Therefore this is the hierarchy from the at the body level, then the speech level, then at the mind level, then at the intellect level. It is closer to the subtler level that you see. That is Jnana Pratimanikasya Sannihitatvad. tatrapi sagunapechaya nirguna mukhyam. Even then, he says, of the sagunapechaya nirguna mukhyam. Of the two, so manasikam, the sagunopasana, nirgunopasana he mentioned, and he says the saguna and nirguna is better than the saguna. Bheda bhavana sohamityasau bhavana bida pavani mata. This is Sri Ramana Maharshi says, Veda Bhavana. Veda Bhavana says, I am Upasaka of Lord. So Veda Bhavana, I am different from the Lord. That is a Veda Bhavana. That is a Saguna Upasana. And Veda Bhavana, Bhavani. So the one which is Aveda Bhavana, there is no difference. Soham, I am that. There is no difference between I and him, because I am shifting from the identification at the local level to I am part, that is Abhida Bhavana, and that is Nirgunopasana, that is same as Aham Brahmasmi, that is superior, and that is Pavani Mata, that is a purification of the faster level. So Jnanam Pratimanikasya Sanihitvatva. So Manasik, the Tatrapi Sagunapechaya Nirgunam Mukhyam. So the Saguna Upasana compared to Saguna, Nirguna is even more important, because Jnanasya Ativa Sanihitvatva. It is closest to the self-realization, therefore it is higher. Nirguna Upasanaya Brahmatmaikatya Jnanam Tataha Mukti iti Siddhantat. In the Nirguna Upasanaya, through the Nirguna Upasana, Brahmatmaikya Jnanam, Brahma Atma Aikya Jnanam, I am that. Aikyam, Tattvamasi. Therefore, it is a Nirguna Upasana, involves contemplation on that. It's not a repetition of Aham Brahmasmi, who am I, who am I, who am I. It's not a repetition of who am I. I have to find out who I am. How am I going to find out who I am? If I don't know who I am, I'll say I am the body, mind, intellect. That's all I think I am. Or if you say I am, I am so and so, my biodata only, because I don't know beyond that. Unless I have a Vedantic teaching that I am stand for pure existent consciousness, which is infinite, which is the very source of the whole world, and it is an adhishthanam for the whole world. Therefore, it is established. So once you understand it, even when I open the door, that understanding remains, because that I am is the substantive or the adhisthana of the whole Jagat also. So all that has to be understood through Vedantic knowledge, that has to be Upasana. So it is a meditation along the direction that Vedanta points out after studying Vedanta under a teacher. So Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha. Tavya means you have to do it. First listen to the scripture, prolong the length of time. To listen to the scriptures, you have to have prepared. So there Kayika and Vachika all prepares to this, and if mind is pure enough to go and listen to the talk, then mind has already prepared to some extent. Then listening more and more talks and more Vedantic becomes itself is a sadhana for purification. Should I do other things once I know attending Vedanta classes? You can, because now mind is tuned to that, so you don't find any conflict there. So you can do, and if you think you want to spend more time on Vedanta, then that's better than the other things also. So here we'll see that Jnanasva Ativa Saniyatva Nirguna Upasanaya Brahmatmaika Jnanam Tataha Muktihi iti Siddhantat. So Nirguna Upasana without any form, that's why scripture itself says the Yachachusha Napasyati Yena Chachum Sipasyati Tadeva Brahma Tvam Vidhi Nedam Yedidam Upasati. That's what the Brahman is. Not this what you are worshipping, that eyes cannot see, but that because of which eyes can see, that alone is Brahman, not this that you are worshipping. And yan manasa namanuti enahur manomatam tadeva brahma tvam viddhi nedam nidam upasati. So it takes you, a student who do not hang on to the forms, uplift the mind to beyond the forms. Once I have understood the direction that I had to think my mind or redirect the mind, that becomes a upasanaya bhakti brahmatmaikya jnanam. I am that becomes established slowly. Tataha muktihi iti siddhanta. That is the liberation. Recognition that aham brahmasmi. I will take now fourth. Pratibandhadina nirguna upasanasya iha janmadi apakatvetu janmantare brahmaloke va tat pakvatvam bhavati. Pakvatvam cha tasya jnana janakatvam. So here it says, I am doing the upasana, contemplating on it and trying to recognize that aham brahmasmi, and for some reason my mind is pulling down again and again. And pratibandhadina nirguna upasanasya, in that iha janma apakatvam is if it is not cooked properly, pakvam, that means it's not crystallized completely that I am fully established that I am Brahman, because there is a vasanas that are pulling me down. So why people say I've been studying Vedanta for so many years but I have not recognized. What is the problem? I said, go and study some more. So what is that? Say, how long I have to study? Until how long is dropped out, because you are looking for Brahman. Very looking for itself is the obstruction there. Why? Because you are very longing, because you are already Brahman. So it's recognition, not the I want to realize. That wanting to realize itself has to go down. So it is a complete, clear understanding that I am already a Brahman. How do I do? Then if I am Brahman, how come I need this, I need that, then that means you are not recognize that you are Brahman. Because Brahman, everything is yourself only. So one has to be careful. Repeating I am Brahman is different. Recognizing I am Brahman is separate. A jnani is the one who understands, firmly rooted, that if it is okay, it will come. If it is not okay, it's okay for him. Because whatever comes as a part of prarabdha, he will go through. But his mind is always reveling in that. So here, pratibandha, if that life holds life, I'm trying to realize that I dropped everything and trying to recognize, but before I reach there, I have not gained, my body drops out. That is called pratibandhanam. So pratibandhadina nirguna upasanasya iha janmani, in this life, apakatvetu, if it is not matured, then what happens? He says, janmantare brahmaloke va tatpakatvam bhavati. So if this is not possible, then janmantare, after this birth, after the death, then where do you go? You go to Brahmaloka. It says, Brahmaloke va. Either you go to Brahmaloka, there you get special education there, where you get a purification. So pakvatvam is the maturity of the mind in the Brahmaloka. There, since you already have the knowledge, and it's only the obstacles for that is for abiding in the knowledge is there, that will slowly go away, and then you firmly establish yourself. So janmantare brahmaloke va tat pakatvam bhavati. Pakatvam cha tasya jnana janakatvam. So what is a completely cooking means? Cooking means the mind firmly abides at aham brahmasmi knowledge. That is what is called pakatvam is. You see, can happen in the Brahmaloka because of the merits that you have done. You go to Brahmaloka. This question was asked by Arjuna in the 6th chapter. What happens to a person who has not realized, at the same time he withdrew the mind from all other enjoyments, but he didn't get, so he is called Ubhaya Brashtaha, that he neither got that or got the other one. So what happens to them? Krishna answers beautifully, nothing will be wasted. He will be born in the conducive family for his rapid growth from the next life. So there is no reason to worry. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. So even little bit of it will help you in the growth of an individual. And we'll continue that after we come back. With this we stop now. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.